Welcome to the video. How are you doing? So yes then guys, I want to start a new series on this channel where I predict the Premier League season once a year. So right now guys, the season is only just over a week away until it starts, and your boy is so excited for the new season. So I thought, you know what, this video does well, I'll continue doing this every single year before the season starts. So yes guys, see right now your boy is a big fan of football, your boy supports Leicester, so I will try not to be biased to my own team, but we'll see how that goes. But anyway guys, in this hat right here, I've got all the 20 teams in the Premier League this season, so we'll go through, pick one out every time, we'll go through the detail, and then you guys can let me know down below in the comments if you agree with my choice, okay? So without further ado guys, like this video, subscribe if you're not already there. Without further ado, let's get straight into predicting the Premier League season for 2022-2023 season. So guys, the first one we have today is I'm going to pick out one by one from this hat. We shall go through every single team and we shall predict where they're going to finish. So the first one is guys, Aston Villa. So Villa have done some very good business this season for transfers. They've signed Diego Carlos from Seville. He is a beast of a player. They also signed Coutinho on the full-time deal. He was banging last season. So what can he do in the Premier League this season? They've also signed a guy from Marseille, Kamara. He's some sort of CDM and he looks like quite a beast of a player. So guys, Steven Gerrard has done some great stuff already for Villa. Aston Villa 11. I do find sometimes Villa do let quite a few goals in, so you know what, I say 11th for Aston Villa. This is just my prediction guys, please let me know in the comments if you agree with my choices. So next one guys, it's a big boy, Manchester United. Man United are under a massive rebuild right now with their new manager, and it's about time to say Man United have not been right since Alex Ferguson quit, and I think they might find their man in Ten Hag. She'll find out eventually this season, maybe next season, how well they do. So yeah, so business wise, they signed Christian Eriksen. He was at Brentford last season and he smashed it for Brentford. So Brentford were doing super well towards the end of the last season, because obviously Eriksen was their main man. You know, he kept pinging balls over, he kept making assists, he scored one goal as well I think. Eriksen's a great signing for them. Still only 30 years old, and you know what? After what happened to him at the Euros a few years back, I still can't believe he is playing football again. It is mental, but so pleased he is back. So Martinez literally yesterday from Ajax, 56 mil I think it was, about 56 mil, so a pretty hefty price tag. We could see a new change from Man United. We could see them be a much better side now. Cause say last season guys, they were very beatable last season. They were very beatable. I just think that they let too many goals in, but hopefully this season with this new defender, new manager, and also Christian Eriksen, I think they've got a good chance. But I think the key to their success this season is Anthony Martial. He has been on a massive pre-season run. He scored like 4 goals in like 3 games or something like that. So he's basically a rebuilt person. Literally, he went on loan to Seville last season, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen to him. But Man United are taking a chance on him and letting him stay to see how he gets on this season. So you know what, guys? I don't think they'll do top 4, unfortunately. I think they'll be 5th place this season for Man United. That would be a great start to their rebuild season. So, you know what? 5th place, Man United. What's this one going to be? Next one is Fulham. Oh, Fulham guys. Fulham are very easy to predict, because Fulham are always up and down in the Premier League. So to get promoted from Championship, get in the Premier League, get relegated, win the Championship, back up again. So Fulham are very predictable, unpredictable. So they won the Championship last season, and Mitrovic scored something like 44 goals, something like that. He was an absolute beast last season in the Championship. But again, Mitrovic always has doubts in the Premier League. The beast of a player, but I don't think he can quite do it in the Premier League. But hopefully we shall find out a fun new man this season. So Fulham have done some great transfers this season. I think it's João Palhinha. I don't know how good he will be in the Premier League. Saying quite a good player, but I'm not sure how well they do in the Premier League. Say from the Portuguese league to the Premier League is a massive step up. So we shall find out how he does in the Premier League this season. Yesterday they also signed a key player in Mbabu from Wolfsburg for 6 million. He's a right back. He's a very good right back actually. So he did play for Newcastle this and Babu a few years back, and he didn't do that well. But he's got more experience now, and he's going to ended up to be some player. So Fulham could do some bits this season, but unfortunately, I don't think they'll survive the Premier League again, because every season in the Prem they always struggle. So I'm going to put them 18th, 18th in the Premier League this season. So that's relegation. Let's hope to stay up for the season and prove us all wrong, eh? Let's hope that. We have Brentford. They surprised a lot of us last season. They did so well, even better so when Christian Eriksen was playing for them. And so they're quite a good team. They're quite a difficult team to break down. Come forward together, they all get back together, and it's like one whole unit. And I quite like Brentford. I quite like Brentford. Leicester have them in the first game of the season, so not the most easiest game to have for the first game of the season. Brentford have done some great business in the transfer market this season. They signed a player from Hull a few weeks back called Lewis Potter. Lewis Potter was Hull's top goal scorer in the Championship last season. They also signed a very promising left back called Aaron Hickey. One of their cheapest signings they've done this season is a very important one, Ben Mee. So Ben Mee is a very solid centre back, very solid, and you know what? He could really strengthen their back four. So Brentford guys could be in for a very good season. I think they'll finish 12th in the Premier League. So the next one we have is a big boy. West Ham United. West Ham finished 7th last season. Very good season. So West Ham had Europa League football, and they also finished 7th. So a very big season for West Ham, a very big season. So this is their first big season they've had in a while. West Ham was sort of unpredictable. So one season they'll do well, one season they'll finish quite low, then they'll finish quite high again. So West Ham are very up and down. West Ham are very up and down. Next on some player called Scamacca, I think that's how you say it. 32 million. He's a massive striker. 32 million pounds. I don't really know much about him, but he looks a decent player up front, so hopefully. So him and Michael Antonio could be a very good forward line. And they also signed a very big player called Agard, I think his name is, Agard, for 31 million pounds. He's a centre back from Rennes, and he looks quite a good player. I don't think they'll finish any higher. Last season did they finish 7th. I think they'll finish 7th again this season, so no movement at all. We shall find out how well they do this season, but yeah, 7th place for West Ham. To say it kind of hurt last season because Leicester were always chasing West Ham to get 7th, and West Ham were just a better team, so I think they'll finish in the last Europa League spot. So the next one we have is Crystal Palace. Since Vieira has been there, they have looked a very, very good team. He has really got them playing some good stuff. So I'm expecting big things this season from Crystal Palace. 12th. A pretty good season from Crystal Palace. So this season they've signed some very good players. Sam Johnston from West Brom. He's an England international, and he's a free transfer from West Brom. That's some good bit of goalkeeping there. He also signed a player called Decore, signed him from Lens for a total of £20 million. So a pretty big price tag for someone that we don't really know. So hopefully he can really crack on this season and show a name for himself. So last season they finished 12th. This season they'll finish 10th. So 2 places higher than last season. I think that's quite fair. I think that's fair. So 10th place for Crystal Palace. So the next one we have is Newcastle United. Newcastle United guys, so now they have new owners of the club. They are spending money for days. Towards the end of last season they'll do some good stuff, and I think they'll shock a few people this season. So this season they've signed Botman for around £33 million. He's sent back from Lille. Newcastle tried to get him last season, but he turned them down, but this season he has gone. For the money, I don't know. Matt Target, he was on the loan last season. He's an average player, so he's quite a solid player. And also the biggest one I think that would do well for them this season, is Nick Pope. I think Nick Pope will fight it out for #1 spot with Dubravka, but I think Nick Pope is a better goalkeeper, so I think Nick Pope is in for a big season and hopefully secure his place in the World Cup this season for England. So last season they finished 11th. This season I think they're going to finish 9th, top half of the table. Pretty pleased with that, eh? Pretty pleased with that. The next one we have, it's another controversial one. Bournemouth, guys. They are the same sort of team as Fulham, where they get promoted and get relegated, get promoted, get relegated. But this one's going to be quite an easy one for me, because I don't think they've done enough business in the market to survive the Premier League. They've signed Ben Rothwell from Blackburn, but he has not had experience in the Premier League. They've also signed Ryan Fredericks from West Ham. He's a right back, and that's all they've done, guys. I don't think the team is quite strong enough yet to survive another season. So for me, it's going to be quite an easy one. They'll finish 20th. Let's hope Bournemouth come out and surprise us. So the next one we have is Tottenham Hotspur. Woo! They are killing it right now in the transfer market. They are killing it. So they've signed Richarlison from Everton, £52 million. Don't quite do it in the Prem for me yet, but not seeing much of him yet. It's interesting to see what he can do for a better club. Bissouma from Brighton, he's a beast of a player, centre midfielder. He's a very good player from Brighton. He cost £26 million, so he's going to be. They've signed Spence, who was on loan at Nottingham Forest last season, the right back, against Leicester in the FA Cup with Nottingham Forest last season, and he destroyed our left back. He is a very good player, so it'd be quite interesting to see what he can bring to the table in the Premier League this season. Perisic from Inter Milan. What a player, man. Free transfer. He is actually, in fact, in my fantasy football team. Getting on a bit now. I think it's like 34-ish, but he's a very good free transfer. Should find out how he does. They also signed Leglet, I think it is, from Barcelona. A free on loan deal from Barcelona, a centre back. He's a good player. So yes, guys, on paper, guys, Tottenham have been bossing it in the transfer market this season, and with Conte there as manager, man, they are looking better than ever. So I think, God, they're going to shock us this season. They are going to do well this season, and I think they're going to finish 2nd place, guys. 2nd place for me. Right, the next one we have is, in fact, another big boy, Chelsea. They have signed some very good players in Sterling, Koulibaly. Woo! What a good transfer window for Chelsea, man. They are really going to strengthen the team, but the big loss this season is Lukaku, and it didn't do it well last season. It's on loan to Inter again. I think it's on loan to Inter again, but they've lost a very good striker there, and I don't think they have the firepower to compete with the big boys this season. Sterling's a good player, yes, but you don't score like 20 goals, 30 goals a season, which most top teams have now. So, but I don't think they will have the firepower to compete. So I think 6th place. Might have done this all wrong. 6th place for Chelsea this season. The next one is really open for me. Manchester City. This team scares me. When Leicester play them in the Premier League, they scare me. Pep there, they play some brilliant football. They are so good. This season they've done some good bit of business again in the transfer market. Like always, they always do it every single year. They always buy good players every single year. This year is no different. They have signed Haaland, guys. Bloody Haaland. Oh God, what a beast of a player he is. What a beast of a player. For £54 million, that is a bargain. Trust me, that is a bargain. They also signed Kevin Phillips. I'm not sure about him. He's from Leeds for £43 million. I'm not sure about Kevin Phillips. I don't think he'll start because say Rodri is there, but I think he'll be a very good sub to bring on to protect the back line. Haaland, man, he is gonna boss it, guys. I think he'll be the top goal scorer this season in the Premier League. And for that reason, guys, with Haaland in their team this season, as well as last season. Last season they didn't even have a striker last season. Last year they were playing with like cams and like wingers and stuff like that, and no striker, and they still finished top of the table. This year going to be no different. I think they're going to finish first, guys. First place for Manchester City. They're going to boss it again with Haaland in the team now. They're going to be unstoppable. So yeah, so first place, guys, for Manchester City. So the next one we have is Brighton, Hove and Albion. So Brighton last season finished 9th in the Premier League table. So that is a very good finish from them. Very good finish indeed. Quite good, you know, let's say that is a very successful season for them. So pretty happy for them. So yes, they have signed some players this season, but I don't know who they are. So I don't think they'll compete. Say because they lost Basuma now, their best centre midfielder. So it's going to be tough for them to compete this season. So this last season they finished 9th. This season they'll finish 13th. 13 players, so 9th last season, only down to the fact they have lost their best midfielder in Basuma. So 13 players for Brighton. So next one we have, indeed, Southampton. Southampton, guys, it's a very difficult one with Southampton because don't get relegated, but always finish in the bottom half of the table. So I think again it'd be no different. So Southampton have done a bit of business this season, but not enough to get any better. But I don't think they're strong enough to finish any higher than last season. I think they'll finish again. I think they'll finish 15th, guys. I think they'll finish 15th. So 15th last season, 15th this season, so no movement whatsoever. But I don't think Southampton will go down because the manager is a very good manager. So I think they'll be safe. So the next one is in fact Nottingham Forest, the team that are our rivals. Nottingham Forest, guys, they have just come up and they are doing some business. Let me tell you that they are doing some business right now. They have signed like 12 players, like a whole new bunch of players, literally a full team of players. 11 players they have signed, 11 or 12 players they have signed. Most important one they've signed is Jesse Lingard. And how did they get him? We wanted him. Why did he go to them? But anyway, guys, so yes, then Nottingham Forest have signed 12 players this season. They are going on a massive spree this season. So you know what? They could actually survive this season. With all the players they've signed, they've signed some very good players. Watch them from last season in the Championship, they look very, very good. So not being biased because I'm a Leicester fan, guys, this is what I think. So it's like, I think buying so many players in one season, 12 players they've signed, I don't think it's good for the dressing room. So it's a lot of players to keep happy after the first season back in the Prem. So I don't think so. I think they'll get relegated this season. God, I'm gonna get so much hate for that. I'm gonna get so much hate. But yeah, I think they're gonna finish 19th in the Premier League. So all 3 teams that came up from the Championship are gonna get relegated, unfortunately. So yeah, that's my prediction. I think they'll get relegated down to the fact they've signed too many players. That is all. So don't get in there, please don't yell. So the next one we have is Arsenal. Oh boy, they're going to shock a few people this year. They are on a massive spree again. They've signed literally Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko from Manchester City, and also Fabio Vieira from Porto. Them 3 players right there are good enough players to do some business this season in the Prem. Say, Jesus, Zinchenko have already Premier League experience. They're going to boss it for Arteta this season. And Arsenal have got a very good team, so they're going to look very, very dangerous this season. So, last season, they finished 5th. This season, they're going to finish 3rd. 3rd place for Arsenal. So next one, we have Wolverhampton Wanderers. They went on a massive downfall at the end of last season. They lost like 8 games in a row or something like that. They were losing games all the time. So last season they finished 10th. So I'm going to say, good season. A very good season for them. A very good season still. So Wolves, be proud of yourself, man. be proud of yourself. They signed a few players. Nathan Collins, I think it is. Nathan Collins from Burnley and a few other players. Not like world-class players, but I think they'll struggle this season. I think from so last season they finished 10th. This season they'll finish 14th. So 4 places down. I think that's quite fair. I think that's fair. So still survived another year in the Prem after everyone doubted them the first season they got up. Because say the first season they got promoted, a lot of people were like, they're relegated already. So to last this long and to finish 14th, it's a good season. So 14th place for Wolves. So the next one we have is my team, Leicester City. Fun fact for you, okay? Leicester are the only team in the top 8 divisions, not to sign a single player, guys. That is right. We have not sold anyone. We have not brought anyone. Our budget is so low. So Leicester's starting 11 is a very good starting 11. So it's very good to compete with the top boys. I won't say top boys, but like top half the table. Last season, we finished 8th. And again, I don't think we'll get anywhere above the top 7. So I think I'm going to finish 8th place again. So the same position as last season. Brought no players. Still time, but so far, not brought anyone. If you don't get any Europa League or Champions League football this season, it's going to really hurt us. So we shall find out. But anyway, guys, so 8th place for Leicester City. So next one we have is the last big boy of the team, of the league, is Liverpool. I put Man City first, Spurs second, Arsenal third. Liverpool are going to finish 4th this season because, I don't know why I say that, but I think losing Mane is a big loss. They've signed Nunez and they've signed Carvalho from Fulham. Very good players, but I think losing Mane is going to be a big loss. Nunez is his first season in the Prem. I think Nunez will find it a little bit harder than Haaland in the Prem. So losing Mane is a big loss for Liverpool, and I think they'll finish 4th just because of that reason, losing one of their best players. So guys, the last 2 guys we've got is Everton. Last season they finished 16th place. And they'll finish 16th again this season because losing Richarlison is a very big loss for them, and Calvert-Lewin was off form, and hopefully he can bring us. If Calvert-Lewin can bring his form back, then they might have a bit of a chance to go a bit higher. But Calvert-Lewin, his form's off, and also losing Richarlison. They have signed Tawaski from Burnley, and that is basically about it. So few more players, but I don't think the team's strong enough now, losing Richarlison, to finish any higher. If they do finish higher, then good for them, but say this is my prediction, and I think they'll finish 16th, same as last season. So guys, the last one we've got right now is Leeds United. Leeds United let so many goals in last season, it was unreal. How many amount of goals they let in last season was their downfall. They let in so many goals last season, and this season though, they have lost one of their best players, 2 players, Rafinha and Kevin Phillips. 2 of their best players they have lost, and that could really hurt them. They have signed a few replacements, but they have no knowledge in the Premier League as of yet. I think they'll survive for another season just in 17th place, guys. 17th place, so that's right. Leeds will finish in 17th. Surviving the Premier League, guys, is the first step. Trying to get higher is the next step. So I think Leeds will have another season in the Prem, and then they can start rebuilding for next season and get even higher. So yes, so there we go, guys. That is the full Premier League table done. On screen right now is the full Premier League table. There we go, guys. That is my prediction for this year. It's the league is only a week away right now, and I'm so excited for the league to start. So it's going to be a very good season. Man City are going to be a beast, guys. They're going to be a beast. They're going to really destroy it this season. With Haaland in the team now, they're going to demolish it. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching today's video, guys. If this video does well, I'll do it again for next season. So I want to start doing these every year now. So I quite enjoy doing it. It's a long video, but I quite enjoy doing it because it's football season, guys. Football season, you know, you're bored of football, so it's time that I've done a Premier League prediction. So there we go, guys. That is my full prediction of the Premier League table. If you did enjoy today's video, guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already. Without further ado, I'll see you guys next week for a brand new video. Oh boy, the league starts next week as well, so exciting week, guys. So thank you for watching today's video. Good, and good night, guys.